So tensions that have been spiking at the world's oil choke point as this big escalation has now come near the Strait of Hormuz, as the Iranian naval vessels near Hormuz have now been hit in a big military action by the US forces. Let's get you this explainer. As far as when it comes to 16 of these Iranian mine layers that have now been destroyed, and however, security fears have been deepening amid this conflict. As the Strait of Hormuz, that has been the world's most important energy waterway that carries about 20% of the crude oil supply, now that has been hit on part of the US military forces. As tensions that have been spiking, we are looking at this escalation that has now been reported by CENTCOM, which is the Central Command of the US military. And here, Iranian naval vessels near the Strait of Hormuz have now been hit. And this action that has been taken by the US military, they say that nearly 16 of the Iranian mine layers have now been destroyed as far as when it comes to deepening of the conflict is concerned. Now, in the meantime, let's get you the statement by the White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, where she says that President Trump has committed to keep the oil flowing through the Strait of Hormuz so that the United States and all of the allies can receive their energy needs. However, they're saying that they will not allow Iran to stop the freedom of navigation and the free flow of energy from the Strait of Hormuz.
As for the oil, President Trump fully expected the rogue Iranian regime to try and disrupt the global markets. That's why President Trump and his energy team have been planning for this long before the strike and have moved quickly to address these temporary disruptions. Once the national security objectives of Operation Epic Fury are fully achieved, Americans will see oil and gas prices drop rapidly, potentially even lower than they were prior to the start of the operation. And we will live in a world where Iran can no longer threaten the United States or our allies with a nuclear bomb.
Well, Srinjoy, as far as these developments that have been taking place in the Strait of Hormuz, is the U.S. military action in a way suggesting that in the coming days, the situation in the area, especially when it comes to the transit route where several boats and tankers are still set to be struck, the passageway would be opened?
That's what the Americans are hoping. They believe that by destroying these mine-laying ships, these warships of the Iranian Navy, they will be in a better situation to keep the Straits of Hormuz open. But there are other dangers as well. It's not just the mines. The mines are a significant problem. But beyond that, there are other serious issues. First relates to drone attacks. Now, if an Iranian drone strikes a tanker, then there is serious trouble. Similarly, the Iranians may have anti-ship missiles. So that's a second problem. Thirdly, you could have shore batteries. It's not clear if the Iranians do have shore batteries, and of course they can also be attacked. So that's a third opportunity that the Iranians have, and a capability they may have. Besides that, once a ship is hit, then there are tremors that go through the shipping industry. You're a ship owner, let's say. You own a shipping line. You have many tankers. Do you want to put them literally in the line of fire?
Yes.
Because then there's damage. And besides that, you have a tanker. You have many tankers, and they also have people. Each one has a captain. It has other staff on it.
Yes.
Do they all want to be in the Straits of Hormuz at this time?
Yes.
This is a question that these
Well, are they
shipping
willing to
firms
take that risk? Because the United States says that it destroyed more than a dozen Iranian mine-laying vessels, as Tehran has now even vowed that they will block the region's oil exports, warned that it will not allow even a single boat or a ship or a tanker to reach its enemies. In the meantime, let's get you as far as when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz is concerned, because nearly 20% of the global oil is now choked. It's been halted. 157 vessels, according to reports, that still stayed, stranded, and barely nearly 45 ships have transited since the war began on the 28th of Feb. So oil prices are already skyrocketing, especially when it comes to $73 that was reported US dollars per barrel on the 28th of February. It shot up to nearly $120 on the 9th of March, and now it is sliding somewhere between $90 per barrel. The reason, as far as when it comes to the energy facilities that are being targeted, because this has happened on part of Iran, deliberate and very strategic strikes that it has been carrying out on oil refineries there. The biggest one in Aramco, as we saw in Ras Tanura oil refinery in Saudi Arabia, that was one of the first to be hit. Then in Qatar as well, an industrial city that was hit. We are looking at the facilities that actually houses the industrial city, LNG facilities that have been hit in Qatar. Let's also talk about the UAE, the Fujairah and the Musafah oil terminals that have been hit, and there has been also a Nova oil tanker that have also been hit off the Fakan coast. In Oman, let's get you the images there as well. In Oman is concerned, the Salalah port that has now been hit, fuel tankers at the port of Dunk and also in Salalah that have been hit. Bapco oil refinery, one of the biggest one in Bahrain, where the pictures that had to come in. And of course, when it comes to the raging fires that was reported in the oil depot in Tehran that continued for days as far as the Israeli strikes are concerned. But in the meantime, the Haifa refinery in Israel was also hit by Iran. Now, according to reports, it is being said that the US has now warned Israel not to carry out strikes on energy infrastructure, in particularly in Tehran.